Knowing that you have two children, what, 15 and 18, was that right?
13 and 17.
Oh, 13 and 17, okay.
I'm sorry, 14 and 17.
Okay. You must have thought about your own family during the making of this and being a parent. Can you talk about the most emotional moment during your years collecting the interviews for Kids for Cash?
I'd say the most emotional moment was listening to the kids tell their stories and, feeling so helpless. The first thing they all talked about was the moment they were handcuffed and shackled. And it was, for them to tell that story was just, all of us, it got us all. I mean, our whole team would we'd have the energy sucked out of us because they wouldn't even talk about the scandal first. I mean, the scandal was secondary. The first thing was handcuff and shackling and the fact that they were being pulled away from their families. It was incredible. And then, I'd go home to my kids and I would think about, geez, it could be them. It really could be them. And how would we feel and how would the kids feel? And when a kid is taken in the juvenile system, the parents lose all custody and control of their kid. There's nothing they can do once that kid is adjudicated delinquent.
So knowing that you went back, what would you have done? I mean, there were some instances where the parents were going down with the kids for a meeting and then they ended up being taken away, I believe. So could you tell what maybe you would have done if, suppose one of your children had gotten in trouble, whether it was a minor scuffle at school, something like that, and you were put in this position?
Well, a lot of the parents that went there thought it was going to work out okay, and they were surprised when their kid was hauled away in handcuffs and shackles. We screened the film in Omaha, and there was a parent that spoke up at the end, and they said their son went before a juvenile court judge in Omaha, and the kid couldn't speak. He was so frightened he couldn't speak, so the parents were trying to help him and speak up for him, and the judge warned them twice to keep their mouth shut and let the kid talk. But the third time the parents spoke, the judge literally had the parents handcuffed, shackled, and arrested and taken out of the courtroom in front of the kid, and then shortly thereafter arrested the kid as well. I would have been that parent. I would have been the parent that would have literally said to the judge, "You wait a minute." But a lot of these parents were threatened with being hauled out of the courtroom if they didn't keep their mouth shut. That's what would have happened to me. They would have had to restrain me and take me out of the court. But that happened to parents.